Hello, it's T.Jake here again. Welcome back. We're going to talk this all about problem sounds. Problem sounds. What is a problem sound? Sometimes when we're learning a new language, if you're learning English, there are sounds that we have in the English alphabet that you do not have in Thai. So for example, we have L at the end of the word. L at the end. We have the TH sound and V. These are three problem sounds we're going to focus on this week. Three problem sounds. So first one example, football. Football. Next we have with, other. And next, very, verse, vine. So those are some examples of problem sounds for you. You've got central as well, and three. So let's start with V. V, there is no V in the Thai alphabet. There is no V. So it's going to be difficult to learn because you have to practice it for English words only, okay? Here's a sentence, example sentence for you. I like the vines in your garden. I like the vine in your garden. So, problem is, when you are speaking Thai, often you will say w instead of v. You can see how if you say it wrong, people will not understand what you are saying. If you cannot say vine, people will think you mean wine. Why are you talking about wine? It's got nothing to do with the garden, okay? Next up, another confusing thing. I'm going to go to the wet. Go to the wet? Why go to the water? I don't understand. Oh, you mean vet. Vet. I will take my dog to the vet. Okay. Next, another confusion. We have verse, a part of a song, and worse. So hopefully now you are starting to see how these problem sounds, V and W, they are not the same. If you say it wrong, it can mean a completely different thing. Vet, wet. So remember, here's a good way of remembering it. V is the same mouth shape as F. It has the same shape. So that starts with like a teeth over your lip. V. Okay, so I want everyone at home to do that nice and easy. V. Okay? Whereas W starts like an O shape. W. So everybody, the, W. I'll get close so you can see my mouth. The, W. Okay. Next up, we have the problem sound L. L. The problem sound of L at the end of a word. So Thai speakers don't do this. You don't use L's at the end. If you have a word with L at the end, it becomes N. So central becomes centran, or football, football. Okay, so we don't want to hear those N sounds. But it's also not easy to make an L at the end of the word. So let's see if we can practice with that. We've got four here. We've got swimming pool, central, people, football. Okay, so I really want to hear that L sound at the end. Football. So these are some examples of the different shapes you will make with your mouth. I want you to think a little bit about the shape of your mouth when you're talking. Another example of words that have the same shape, L and R, exactly the same shape. L, R, looks the same, but the only difference is where your tongue is. So on this picture, you can see the tongue for the L. It touches the roof of your mouth. Here we have an R, and that does not touch your mouth. So everybody, L, R. You see there's a difference there? Think about where your tongue is on these ones, okay? Next up, we're gonna practice with a small tongue twister. Now, a tongue twister, you may know already, a tongue twister is a sentence that is very difficult to say because it has similar sounds. So we have red lorry, yellow lorry. Now that's easy to say slow, but your challenge is to say it 5 times fast. Red lorry, yellow lorry. 5 times, okay? That's a good way of practicing the different L and R sounds. Next up, we have TH. Now this is always a problem for our students in the classroom, TH. So this is difficult. You need to put your tongue out of your mouth. So put that tongue on your teeth like this. Just bite your tongue and go. Okay. This isn't easy. Often when you're Thai speakers, you'll say t or d instead, but that's going to cause problems for English listeners. Example sentence, they thought with the three others. So it's going to be tough at first. The best way to practice is to slow down the sentence. Don't try to say it quickly. If you're learning a new sound, slow down. They thought with the three others. Not they thought with the three others. Okay, that's not right. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what that means. They thought with the three others. They thought with the three other thinkers. Okay. If you find these sounds difficult, it might help practicing in front of a mirror. Get a mirror and look at yourself, look at the shape of your mouth and think about where your tongue is. Also, speak slowly. Speak slowly. If it's a hard sound, if it's a V or a TH, practice speaking slowly. That will help you. It'll help you understand and help you get it right. Problem sound challenge now. Think of 10 words that have a problem sound. 10 words, any word. Okay, so look for a TH, a V, or an L at the end. So once you have your 10, I want you to use these words to write your own tongue twister. Just 1 or 2 sentences. You can practice that. Okay, so 10 words, write 1 sentence like a tongue twister, and then read it to me. Okay, if you don't know how to do a tongue twister, we have some examples. We have a link here to tongue twisters. So let's have a look. Here we go. 50 tongue twisters to improve pronunciation in English. We have so many. Let's start with this one. Let's go with Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, so I want you just to think of your own. Don't copy from anywhere. Just come up with your own problem sounds, put them together, and then read it to me during office hours. Here we have a very good website with lots of very good examples where you can play sound files. Red lorry, yellow lorry, smoking whilst driving isn't a crime. As always, the links will be in the description. And I will see you all. Bye-bye.